Hey, how's it going, everyone?
My bad.
Did you?
No,
I thought we agreed that I was going to do it. No,
we. Said
I literally said that I was going to do it.
So no, painful. You. So wait, so you're doing it this week?
Yes.
And I'm.
No.
Oh, I'm doing it this week.
You're doing it this week.
And then you're doing it.
That's what we agree. Every other week. I did it last time. Listen, I did it last time. You're right.
I did it last time.
No.
Pretty sure I did it last time. So you okay? How about I'll do it.
We can just do it. Just get on with the podcast, James.
So you're gonna do it,
James. Just do the.
Okay, I'll do it.
Go.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's Talking Nerdy About Digimon.
Good lord.
I am James. Today I'm joined by across from me is you.
Oh, I can talk now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, this is Jerry. Hey, how's it going? How are you
and
people
next time,
today?
Not next time. Next to him.
It is a very painful Brandon.
And across from him.
And I'm Tyler.
That's right. I'm doing fine though. Thank you for asking.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking them.
Oh.
The people that are listening right now. I mean, they're not going to hear this for like 4 more days
tonight.
Or something.
I might
You're going to
throw
upload
it
it tonight?
Yeah,
you're never that punctual.
I think I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
As soon as we finish,
no,
I'm going to
I'm
going to do all my editing and I'm going to throw it up tonight.
But then who's going to play PlayStation with me tonight?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I forgot to download that.
Are you serious?
So it won't be tonight.
All right. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, and James is gonna go do what he promised. No, I'm just kidding. We don't need to start right now. We don't need to start that.
Okay.
So
way to go, James. Today's are you doing this now?
Today, don't even start. Don't start with me.
This is Applisode number 7.
Is it?
Yeah.
Episode number 7.
Episode number 7.
We're going to be covering episodes 21, 22, and 23 of Appmon.
Yes.
I also, before that, I guess we kind of have just a couple things to talk about. If James does the things that he promises, and I tell him to do. We actually got a new logo. I have some great artist friends, and one of them I commissioned some art from. Her name's Sarah Farrell, or Farrell. Man, hope I didn't just totally butcher her last name. She has a blog on Tumblr if you want to check it out. It's art-istist-life, Life. So it's like artist life on Tumblr. Go check it out if you like our logo. I'm really digging it. It pretty much exceeded my expectations.
Yep.
So go her.
It is already on
the Digimon Adventure episode. So if you're paying attention to those two, chances are you've seen it by now.
My idea was to do our podcast a certain way.
Yeah.
It suddenly got shot down tonight.
Another thing that you've probably noticed, if you're still with us now, is we don't have 2 different podcast links for I don't know how it is on other places. I know on Podbean I went to go check and I thought James just went mad and deleted all of our stuff for Digimon, which was really
crazy
sad.
For a minute there. I don't
know. But we're now not on Talking Nerdy About Digimon on Podbean. We're just under Talking Nerdy now. So if you want to find us, you just go to Talking Nerdy, scroll through, and then find our episodes that you'd like to listen to.
Yeah, because I want to become like a family of podcast shows, you know what I mean? So we do a Digimon one.
Right.
We also have one we call Watching Nerdy where we we'll pick a movie, we watch it, and then we just talk about it or whatever.
We need
we just finished Mortal Kombat.
We need somebody that can program websites or something like that, if that makes sense.
Do HTML.
I know because
code.
I listen to Adventure Zone, and they have what is called the Maximum Fun Network. I mean, they've been doing this for years. I think Adventure Zone was probably something that they started a little later, but I think that started in 2014. And they already had several podcasts at that point, but they literally have a website that you can go to and you can check out all their stuff. And they do the Maximum Fun Drive, which is they do get people to donate to charities and stuff like that. And then, they do commercial and stuff. Of course, we're not making it like that just
not yet.
We gotta get that presence out there first, and eventually just start doing some all around good things. I'd like to. If we could ever get to doing stuff like that, I'd freaking be totally down. But I mean, I know we all have ideas for other things that we want to podcast. You guys just did your Alien anthology, right?
We did the Alien, and we've recorded 2 more for Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I didn't know you guys did that. Have you watched Legacy?
I have that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna do that for the show because that's a little longer than just one.
Well, I mean, they do it in
movie.
episodes and stuff.
Well, yeah, but I don't really know why we. So we have a competition, and that chooses who gets to pick the next movie.
That was your idea.
And so
they have a thing like this in Japan, right? And it's I think it's these 5 or 6 comedians, and what they'll do is they'll have some kind of challenge early on in the year, and they'll have a game. It's called like a punishment game. The series is called Gaki no Tsukai, and it means it's basically the don't laugh game. So whoever wins gets to plan an entire weekend for the other people, and they'll basically pick a spot or a theme or something like that. It's been like hospital, like a police station or a high school or something like that. And the other people, they have to play out these roles, and if they laugh at any time, they get punished in a certain way. Prime example, they're new students at a high school. And they have to go through an entire 2 days of being in high school. So they have to wear the clothing and all that stuff. Meanwhile, this entire time, the other guy, they have cameras everywhere, speakers everywhere, and they have traps set up everywhere for him. So if at any point they laugh for that particular one, they'd have these high school delinquents come out with kendo sticks and hit them on the ass with them and then run off. But it was some of the funniest shit I've ever watched. And the only place that I found that you can actually watch those now is I think on Reddit. They have a subreddit for it, and you can go in and find all the episodes, but they were long. It was something around 4 hours, I think, but they broke them up into segments. But that's brilliant. You play a game, and whoever wins gets to pick what you watch next.
Yeah,
which was his idea, but see, he hasn't won yet.
Should have won.
Now he's getting tired.
Should have won.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you should do the
the one before
Land
last.
Before Time series.
No. Yes.
What was that? 13 movies?
13
14?
or 14
Yeah.
movies. No way.
You forgot
we have to watch
the sing-along?
Huh?
Did you count the sing-along?
I don't know if it was in the pack or not. I was just because they had the pack at Walmart, and I was like, when were there more than 5 of these movies?
It happened.
It just depends on what you pick. We don't always do series.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the ones, like we did Alien, and we just watched all the Aliens, and then we did Mortal Kombat, which had a sequel, and then now we're gonna do Fanboys.
Okay.
So that's just a single movie.
Yeah.
But then next we're doing Three Ninjas.
Oh,
and that's 4
you're
movies.
finally getting your 3 Ninjas.
I didn't get to pick. He picked, actually.
And you went ahead and let him have 3 Ninjas.
I like the 4th movie.
He likes the movies, too. Don't do that. Don't.
He's only watching it so he could see your reaction.
The main 3 Ninjas movie that I always remember, I think it's the second one. When they have the kabuki masks. Yeah. Yep. That's my movie. That's my movie. I love that growing up. Gremlins would be fun.
Gremlins will be good.
The 2 Gremlins movies.
And now, because one of our members is basically a thief.
Yeah.
He uses the fire stick, and he has like a illegal
pirating.
Cody.
Just pick any movie you want, and it's on. It's
practically there.
It's on. There.
What about the Crow series? Have you ever watched more than one of those movies?
I haven't. I just saw The Crow. That's all I've seen.
Not gonna lie. I mean, it's based off a comic that James O'Barr did. But they had a second, third movie. I think they even had a 4th movie and then a TV series. I've only seen the 3 movies that I can think of. Second movie, I actually really like. It's pretty good stuff. It's more about a guy and his son dying, and then the dad comes back, and then Iggy Pop's in it. It's fantastic.
Interesting.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's
a
fun time.
I'm actually been thinking about instead of, and I don't know if we'll get hit with issues uploading or whatever if we did it this way, but instead of watching the movie and then recording an episode or a reaction or whatever, set the mics up and watch the movie and just record our reactions while we're watching the movie.
3000.
But I don't know, if you hear the movie playing, will that, it's not audio. It's just audio. It's not video or anything.
I feel like it would
but you get our best reactions right then. Yeah. And then of course we try to we talk about things that after, but
it just depends on what.
I just want to get our initial reaction
and what they put on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know
to look for.
And I don't even know if we did watch it. That's what started this, wasn't it? We didn't podcast about it or anything, but it was the one where we just got together one night and was just like, let's just watch a movie.
Yeah.
And I had never seen it, and so we watched it. Yeah. And then I was like, we need to do Alien.
I think that would be a pretty good one if you watch the original, go out and see the new one, and then do kind of comparison type thing.
Tim Curry's better opinion.
But that's
you don't know that.
So that's what we'll be talking about later on.
Oh,
we've got a lot of things. I think they came here to listen to us jabber on about some good old Appmon that we're into. We are talking about Appmon, like I said. We're doing episodes 21, 22, and 23. What all
good episodes, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's prime
really
stuff.
Good episodes.
We're getting into Ultimate Appmon at this point. The last couple episodes we saw Globemon and what was Intermon, yeah, and they were pretty badass.
Oh, dude,
I don't feel like we've gotten like the fights that we want to see, but we've gotten nice little tests for them, and we know that they have 60 seconds or 60 seconds so that they can only stay in that form for that long, and that's it. And it's a combination of two Super Appmon that make up an Ultimate Appmon, and so far we've got Harus and Astras. And today, this whole first episode we're on, you might get to find out about another one.
This is an airy-focused episode, as you'll tell from the title. Episode 21, The Road to Becoming the Top Idol. Coachmon's Fierce Special Training.
Coachmon.
So you remember Coachmon? He's popped up a few times.
We've talked about him. He's... doesn't he always call Munimon a demon?
Yeah,
and she's like, but
you're the demon.
You're an actual demon because he looks like an Oni. Doesn't he have like sunglasses on and he's carrying around a club?
Yeah, he's got like a
whistle or something, right?
Yeah. So the episode starts with our team is sitting around a computer watching. There's a special announcement about to happen with the Applyama 470 group. And it's funny because they ask Ari what's fixing to happen or whatever. And
she fakes that she knows exactly what it's about, but she's just as surprised as they are whenever it pops up.
So it turns out that they're fixing to
do a live show.
A big concert. A massive concert. It's going to have 80,000 spectators, and but here's the thing: only the top 9 idols are going to get to perform
out of the 470.
Out of the 470, and they're going to be
performing in front of like 80,000 spectators.
They're called the 9 Goddesses, by the way.
Yeah, it's the one that comes on TV. The leader of the Applyama is Kagurazaka Izumi.
Yeah, they should call her Izumi.
Yeah, Izumi is
that's
for
short.
Yeah,
that's what I'll be calling her through the rest of the
referring to. I'm amazed that I didn't kill that name like for my first try.
Ari is ranked number 235,
which is dead center.
And which Dokemon, I believe, points out that that's not bad for being like the newest.
One of the
newest members.
That means she's got promise.
Yeah,
to be dead center in the new.
Astra is just like.
You suck.
Yeah, you're not getting it. You're not in it, but she does have a chance to get selected because there's
1 in 9.
Everybody would have a chance.
Well, no, there's an extra there's an extra member that gets to join along with them with the top 9. So technically,
she's got 10%.
Yeah, and
she the odds are 1 in 461.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. She tells them, that she's gonna find a way because center of the universe and all this,
Yeah.
And she says she wants to share the stage with the top idol because she's the reason that she even became an idol.
She owes it all to Izumi.
Yep.
And then we shoot over to Unimon, and she's like watching the announcement happening, and first person she thinks of is Ari, and she's like, "Oh fuck no," you know. we're not letting this happen. So she basically tasks Coachmon. He's like, hey, listen, you need to go and take care of this chick and make sure.
Well, she tells him to train her, but like
finish her off.
Yeah, like train her. I think she says like, let me see. I put it in my notes.
And take
crush
away
and grind her as much as you can,
and take away her
Doscamon. Like a weird repulsive type
chip.
Of
and get her
response.
get her.
So he plans on training her basically to the point of defeating her. Yeah.
So then we cut to Eri training. She's jogging down the
Which how does that
what
help you become a better idol?
Well, she says a reason. She gives a reason for just about everything.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the running was. I didn't write it down, but
it's
like she says
which I could see, you do need endurance to be on stage.
Because like the next one she does is she to dive into.
Well, okay, before you
help
get
her
to
lung
that,
capacity.
Before you get
so
to
there's
that,
a reason.
Haru and everybody's like walking up and they're like, "Dude, why are you putting yourself through this ridiculous training?" And she shows them the app, and the app is like Elcor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Haru mentions Elcor, and Gachimon does his search. And it's basically the company that created the Applisode 470.
I can't remember, but is this the first time like the group itself has heard about Elcor?
I didn't know because
we as a viewer know about it.
No. Well, whenever they did the phone program, the phone setup.
Yeah, the operating system.
Yeah, that's whenever because it was a
LS. That would have been
LS.
the first time they'd heard of Elcor.
Because they sure acted like this was a. At least Haru did, but Haru's been known to
be an airhead
to not know things that he probably should know.
He's a book guy.
Yeah, it's true. It is.
So anyway, the Applisode 470 were basically put together so they can advertise the applications that Elcor puts up, and it's basically something that you can use to train your body. Any part of your body.
This kind of app makes sense. We have apps like this.
Yeah.
There are apps that help you track your
you can track
your fitness goals and stuff like that.
Help with your caloric intake.
So I can understand that this one might mess you. Like if you were following a fitness app and it told you run. Do all this crazy running or whatever. You might be doing it and then be like, wait, this, maybe something's up here.
Well, if it's
I can see you kind of falling.
So
for
the next thing after the jogging, it tells her to take a dive. And to strengthen her lung capacity. But
for singing, bro.
Yeah, and she's all for it. She's like, let's do this. But the kids stop her because it's winter time. And you don't
in the river. She's finna just jump right in the river that's next to him.
It's telling her to take a dive in her next big boxing match that she has. Take a dive. So she's going to do it. They're like, no, and it's supposed to be like. Then she goes to resistance training. Yeah. That's when she's got this like crazy
body brace.
Like with springs and stuff,
kind of like
and it's
hauling
like trying to supposed to be like making her stronger to at dancing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they ask, like, where'd you get something like that, or why are you doing that? And she said, the app told her to wear it, and as soon as it told her to wear it, like it showed up on her doorstep the next day, and so she started using it.
Yep.
And I
think at that point, they're talking about
they start feeling suspicious too. They're like come on, why is this
somebody
thing,
is questioning an app?
Yeah, and then that's when they see Coachmon come out, and
he's a Coachmon Super Appmon. You should know this by now because of how he looks, how he's animated, and he's got the ability of training, and his type is a game, which is interesting. So whenever he talks to Eri, he doesn't give any honorific. which really bugs Doskamon, or not
Dokamon.
Dokamon. Yeah, thank you.
He tells her that she's done a good job enduring his training,
But
she's like, "Thanks, coach." Like she's all into it, and like you said, Dokamon's like, "How dare you speak to her?" You know, and then he's like, give him an explosive punch or whatever. But she's like,
she's into this training.
Please train me more. You know,
like all for it.
And he agrees to do it.
But he says that it's going to be unbearable, and then he thinks to himself, that she basically fell for it, and so he takes her to the AR field to train, and he brings out his training partner, and it's another Super Atmon. It's called Weatherdramon, and it's a navigation type. Its ability can control the weather in the AR field at will. It's he's kind of like a dragon with clouds around him.
He looks like Homeboy.
Yes, like Homeboy, exactly. I agree.
That went with oh my god, Musamon to become Entermon.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What was the guy? It was the Dream.
Dreammon?
Was it Dreammon?
I'm pretty sure.
Is that what it was?
Dreammon.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah.
They look. That. That's the same. They look exactly.
Well, that was the same as the fortune teller.
Yeah.
Atmon, Tellermon. But he's kind of got that sameness about him. And pretty much what the training is she's supposed to do things in like crazy climate conditions. So
first it's wind.
Wind and rain, and it I'm trying to read.
That's
my
exactly
notes.
What it does.
He's complimenting her at how well she's doing it. She's like dancing in the rain and wind, running in the summer heat, and singing in the snow without wearing shoes on. Somehow these are like helping her become a better idol and everything.
Right.
Yes. I could see
and
that.
Coach Mon's actually like really into it. He's like, I can't believe she's actually doing all this stuff. She's insane. It's good stuff going on here. She's really withstanding his hellfire training, as he puts it. Everyone else is not into this though. They're freezing their asses off while she's sitting here singing in the snow.
No one told them to go out there.
I know, right? They're here.
That's what I was thinking. Why are they even?
I guess what it is they're still really suspicious and they're trying to keep an eye on her, and questioning her. And that's whenever she tells them about Izumi helping encourage her at her audition for the Applisode.
Then we get a flashback.
She actually wanted to be an idol after seeing Izumi on the TV
on the
speaking. So after she sees her on the TV, she goes and goes to audition to become part of the Applisode, right? Whenever she gets into her audition, she's very nervous and can't speak at all, which is nothing like the area that we.
It's because the bald dude.
Because the what?
The bald dude.
Yeah, well,
the Patrick Stewart looking guy.
Yeah. And her idol is just sitting right there.
Well, like she didn't notice at first.
She
was just like, "Who the hell are these people? These are strangers. I don't know any of them."
Oh, that's why she gets up on chairs with her shoes.
And then Izumi pops up, and she's like, "Oh, so your catchphrase."
They ask her what her appeal is.
Yeah.
And she can't answer because she's so nervous.
You're right.
And then all of a sudden, off in the corner at the end of the table, Izumi pops up, and she's like, "Oh, so it says your appeal is did you write it down?"
Impact. And before she does that, like before Eri even notices, she says, "I'll give you a heart explosion to the heart."
Yeah, that's
explosive punch to the heart. And then she says that her appeal is impact, and this kind of that's her best quality. And Izumi's like kind of digging it, and it gives Eri a little more confidence and everything. At that point, we shoot back over to the training, and Munimon's watching Eri suffer the training that Coach Mon's putting her through, and he's demanding that she stand up and show her willpower because she falls down. and she's just like, Coach Mon's just really getting kind of emotional about it because he's like, oh my god, her willpower is astounding.
Dude, she's taking it, man.
And he's pushing her spirit to the point, but she's not giving in.
And he has a
he pretty much
he has a change of heart.
Yeah, he pretty much tells her, that he wants to help her because that's a training application's purpose.
Like, and he rats himself out too.
And well, she falls again at that point, and he catches her before she falls. And when she looks up, he's crying and he's emotional about her motivation and everything for going through all this training. And he ends up telling her that he's a Leviathan henchman, and about his mission to take her out and all this stuff. And none of it matters now because he's really like fallen in love with her courage and spirit and everything. Then Miyunimon shows up and she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he pretty much shuts her up and tells Eri to become a bright star, light up everything with a smile full of happiness.
Oh,
that's so.
And then it's time for the audition, right? Audition.
Yeah, the audition time.
And
she
while Eri runs off to do the audition and everything, Munimon brings up a Virusmon that infects Weatherdramon. And so you already know that that's going to cause trouble.
Sure.
But then we go back to the
we're at the audition.
Now, usually, whenever you want to do tryouts for an audition, you show who can sing best, or dance, to the notes best and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's not exactly how they decide who gets picked.
I actually really like this because I'm really good at this.
Rock, paper, scissors.
And so they actually did rock, paper, scissors to see who. It's so weird. That was weird.
And actually, that's actually one of Aries' best skills. So she's a shoo-in for it, and she wins. And she doesn't get it.
Nope.
Yeah.
She
I got
loses. You got me.
Yeah.
I thought
for sure.
She loses, and so she just heads backstage. And as she's walking, thinking about,
she's a little discouraged. She did all this training.
Why did we just do rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, and it was rock, paper, scissors that shared it.
Izumi shows up.
Yep.
And she gives her some words of encouragement.
Right.
Like, you can get good at rock, paper, scissors? Just keep at it.
I didn't write down exactly what she wrote, though. Did you?
Well, before she told, we go back over to Coach Mon, and he's getting attacked by a infected Weatherdramon.
Mm-hmm.
And while that's going on, weather forecasts are going haywire everywhere, grounding planes and the such, canceling. Got to cancel your plans because there's a tsunami on its way.
Yeah, and
on a sunny day.
Our friend Afro Man, the gunslinger.
No, I don't know.
Oh. Our friend Afro Man has his Hawaii trip canceled because of the weather.
Of the weather on a Sunday.
Poor Afro Man.
Yeah, he can't catch a break, man.
So
I'm rooting for him. He's the leader of Leviathan.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
So at this point, there's lightning attacks going on, and Eri ends up showing up with Duskamon right at the nick of time. She tells everybody that she failed the audition.
Yeah, but she's cool.
Yeah, because she ran into Izumi, and she basically motivated her. I don't know if we ever heard what she said. Do you remember?
I don't.
Yeah. Coach Mon's pretty much moved by her spirit, and he turns into
she says... Well, I do know she says that she wants to make sure that the fans that want to go to the concert get to go, and that the other idols get to perform, you know? She wants to make sure that these people get to do what they're wanting to do, and that's why she is staying happy and cool and and she has to take down Weatherdramon because
everybody could go to the show
because the concert was going to be canceled.
Yeah,
I guess it's outdoor concert maybe.
I mean that's what it looked like.
Did
it
they
looked
show?
like a big outdoor stadium type deal. But I mean, at the
like
same
that.
time, if it's an indoor stadium with lightning going on, you don't want the power to go out.
Yeah.
So anyway, Coach Mon's super impressed, turns into an app chip, and he's like, let's fuse. Right?
Yeah. And they he gives her his chip, and Dosukumon is he fuses with him.
And
They
it
get
just
to go
so happens
to
to be
Ultimate.
that connection that Doskamon needed.
And they get to go
turn
to
into-
the badass Ujamon.
Yeah. Ojamon is...
Dude is so awesome.
pretty badass.
He's
His,
he's like
game
a
type-
wolf.
His ability is... what is that? Battle. His power is at 9,500. So he's this like...
Is he the strongest?
95,000.
95,000. Did I say 100? Yeah.
He's the
95,000.
strongest, I believe, at this point.
He's got 4 arms. He's got a lion's head. His powers at I already said his
It's
power.
over
He's blue.
Literally.
He's blue and white. He's kind of like a cyborg, and he's got 4 arms and a champion's wrestler belt. Which
Makes him look like
that
Macho.
is that's a pretty badass
So
looking
he's like Goro.
Atmon there.
He's like a mix between
but
Goro.
no.
He's a mix between
Lion,
Goro,
though.
And
Leomon,
Leomon.
and
And Smothing
Machamp
Blue.
from
It's
Pokemon.
Machamp.
Okay,
You know,
sure.
Leomon and Machamp.
Leomon and Machamp. Yeah,
All right.
that's who it is.
But neither one of them have mechanized parts.
Yeah.
So you got to get that in there somehow.
Mixed in with the Gundam. So
Okay, what about Lobomon from Digimon Frontier was
Yeah.
All right. So
Was a
whenever
robotish
he
wolf.
transforms,
Robot Lion.
a lion. Well, no, he was a
Use
wolf.
the,
Lobo.
The
look, listen. All
dark-
you had to
the
say
dark type.
was not Botchleomon. What's the Grapplemon? Grappleomon and Machamp. Grappleomon?
No.
Grappleomon is like mechanized, bro.
No.
You mad,
Yeah.
bro?
Look him up.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's got those spinny things on his
Like
fists.
Beyblades?
What
No.
are you
Nah,
talking about?
Beyblades.
Grappleomon.
Ujamon
back.
creates a...
No.
Yes,
Wait a
yes.
second. Whenever he first pops up, a wrestling ring pops up. Oh, is that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
I wanted to
It's
say it.
John
It's fine. Go
Cena.
ahead. Do your thing.
So anyway, he creates a wrestling ring. And as soon as that wrestling ring falls around Weatherdramon, he's like, oh, I done fucked up. Like, he is very concerned. I wrote it down. He says, Weatherdramon looks concerned. He had a very concerning look on his face. So it had to happen.
Ugh.
If it's a
At that point, he does Golden Fang.
Koichi, brother.
See, that's what I thought Grappleomon was. This dude.
That's
That's
Bonchleomon.
Bonchleomon.
That's Bonchleomon,
Yeah, that's
dude.
That's him.
Ugh.
He looks pretty awesome.
No.
So anyway, he basically shoots this freaking golden energy
he
line.
really should have done more wrestling stuff.
That would've
Should
been
have like
great.
power bombed him. Or,
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like
I mean, I expected
Stone Cold,
Stunner.
stunned him.
Yeah.
Or maybe like did the people's elbow or something.
All
Something,
four
man.
elbows.
You know, like
Sure.
all 4 elbows.
So anyway, he
That'd have been
pretty
awesome.
easily takes out
He
Weatherdramon.
does. Yeah, this was kind of a silly fight.
But cool thing about Weatherdramon being defeated is he turns into a
But-
7 codes Atmon.
I feel like
The final one.
The final
The final
7 codes
codes.
Atmon chip.
Which
Which
means,
gets stolen.
I think Globemon
which means the
only
end
had it
game is
hard
only
because
2
of how
episodes
many-
away.
Oh yeah.
virus mon
Yeah,
were around.
for sure.
Otherwise, it was like silly. That was silly.
Oh yeah.
Intermon, I think
He had a super easy fight.
they've all been so easy.
Yeah.
So I think you said it at the beginning. Like
Yeah.
they haven't really been tested.
They haven't
yet.
got to.
Yeah,
But
we
now
haven't
that they've
seen-
got those 7
We haven't
codes,
seen.
They have
They're,
6.
they're, you said this was the last one.
Yeah, but it got stolen.
It does get stolen because Haru sits there for 20 minutes
Gotta put it in.
heading towards the code pad
Yep.
to put this thing in. I was
So
sitting
then
there
you
like,
know
it's
I'm
gonna-
sitting there watching this like,
It's gonna get
Haru,
stolen.
come on.
It's gonna get stolen.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do the damn
Haru, what are
thing.
you doing?
Put it in there. Stick it in.
Oh my
Well, it's just
God.
like he gets it right there, and then
Yep. Munimon steals it and runs the fuck off.
And that's it.
End of episode. Boom.
These episodes
So
are
now-
all connected.
They are.
It's so cool.
It's
It's so
all
good that we were
connected.
able to do these 3
Mm-hmm.
because well, I guess they're kind of all connected from here on out. Like for the next like 5 episodes, everything's kind of connected.
So now the chase
until
is
the
on.
end of the first big story arc, where
But
we
now,
get into our new
Once they
opening.
yeah.
The new in the next
Hey,
episode.
we don't
the
listen.
chase
We
is
don't know
on,
if they
right?
get there or not. The place that you
Right,
were just
sure,
about
sure,
to
yeah,
mention.
we don't know that.
All right, we're not there in this podcast yet.
Lend me your power, Ray and Hackmon.
Okay, listen, you
the
gotta say
meeting
the
from that
episode
day,
number first.
episode 22.
Thank you.
I'm not
Because
saying-
how are they going to
My
know? We've been
God.
rambling on episode 21 for so long right now that
We-
they probably forgot what episode we were on.
We
Yes,
have been rambling on.
you. Then fine, sorry.
So immediately,
Okay.
I'm not, no more games here. Right?
We're
I'm
jumping
doing
right
this
in
thing.
this,
No.
yeah.
Immediately we pick up with them
Right
chasing-
exactly where we left
right
off.
exactly where we left off. Yeah,
Like 2
Boom.
seconds
it's like Mortal
later.
Kombat Annihilation.
What?
Picks up immediately where Mortal Kombat left
Oh,
off.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
all
but
new-
the,
all new actors playing the
the
characters.
entire cast of Applemon is completely changed.
Yeah,
What was
Tokumon
it?
is now like
Christopher Lambert, right?
Christopher Lambert was the original,
Okay.
and it's a different
Who was the
Raiden.
newest one?
And then it's a different Johnny. It's a
I
different.
don't know. Who was the newest Raiden? Don't change the subject. Who's the Raiden from that?
I was
second
on
movie?
the subject.
But here we're talking about Johnny Cage.
We don't care about Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is
'Cause he
garbage.
gets killed.
Johnny Cage is the best one.
No, who is the new?
Because he wasn't in it very long.
Who's the new Raiden?
Yeah.
What do you mean new?
No, because they
From
replaced Raiden
Annihilation.
from the first movie, right?
Yes.
And he's different in the second
Yes.
movie.
Some
Who is it?
guy.
I don't remember his name though. He's that one dude that
He's that
played
one
Raiden
guy.
in Mortal Kombat.
Annihilation.
uh,
My God. Are
We are going
really-
off subject.
Are we really
Until we
getting
figure
into
this
Mortal
out.
no, that's fine. I
Kombat
can
Right now.
I can do it right now.
Yeah, look it up.
Why didn't
can
we
do it
talk
right now.
about this and
Hey,
watching Harry?
I'll
you,
apologize
smartphones.
ahead of time while James looks this up. He's
Cancel.
using an Apple phone right now, and we
What
all
was I
know
looking for?
You try it.
Apple's the new L.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Do it.
Yes, sir.
Wow, Tentamon listens.
How you spell Annihilation?
Iron Maiden.
ANNIHILATION.
Got it. James Remar.
Who the hell's that?
That's not at all what you were thinking, right?
No, but I know who it is. I can see it in my head
Oh yeah.
because he's been in some stuff. He was in something that I
spoiler
just watched.
What?
Spoiler alert for Gotham.
Oh, is he going to be somebody big?
Apparently he plays Frank Gordon, which sounds like it might be Jim Gordon's dad.
No relation.
No relation? Are you
No,
sure?
I don't know.
Don't
Just-
It's James
I
Remar.
thought dude was dead.
Yeah, me too.
Flashback.
So, anyways,
Someone
his name
forgets
is.
my name, I'm gonna laugh really hard because it used to be so common among white males. Like I can't even tell you how many Jerry Smiths I knew growing up as a
Ooh.
child. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Right.
yeah.
Um,
So, anyways, so
I cannot remember what I saw him in recently, but he had a really big role. Anyway, back to Applemon.
could it have been?
Back to Applemon.
Yeah, back to Applemon.
Back to Applemon.
Were you fixing to bring up Goblin?
Astra and Musamon cut me up on this at the beginning of this because they're all chasing Musamon, right?
Yeah.
And he says, we were just about to complete Dantemon, but then, did we? Did we not? Of course we didn't. Man, these guys kill me, man. They are my favorite.
Everyone at the table just face palmed and rolled their eyes.
Yes.
You all-
Because James
Oh,
did the
I
hand
know
motions
what
and everything.
I know what you saw him in.
What did I see?
Oh dear.
Sex in the City.
Dude, yes, the episode with, and yeah, that's it.
No,
actually,
he's gonna be in Black Lightning.
I don't
but you wouldn't have
even
seen him in
know-
the Nexus, not
because
out
it's
yet.
not out yet. You dumb. Just let me see it.
The
Just let me
Shannara
see it.
Chronicles.
You keep talking.
Yeah.
and
The
I'll-
dog lover.
Yes,
The
yes.
dog lover.
Yes, I remember him in the Shannara Chronicles.
So, anyways, yeah, I really like that. I just love Astra and Musamon. So, Gatchmon picks up her trail, does a search, and is able to pick up her trail, and learns that she's heading towards the deep web. And
oh dear.
the only way to get into the deep web is what? This is a test. Don't say, Jerry.
I don't remember.
You have to You have to get all the 7 codes.
You have to go.
But
you have to
So
go to
how
a
is she
porn
able to
site.
get
if
There's the
she,
deep
well,
web
she's
without
different.
it.
She's Leviathan. You know, she's part of Leviathan.
You have to go to a
The only way
site.
the only way we can do it is to get the 7 codes. But she has the final 7 codes, so if she goes in the deep web,
Game over, man.
Game over.
Game over.
It's game over, man. Game over.
I did the
So-
same thing he did, but cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I did it
don't know,
more
I kinda-
subtly.
Merle's was on point
Yeah,
though.
but
He
I
went
did
for it.
I
He
went
went
more
for it.
subtle with it.
That was
I'm not trying
straight
to
overacting.
Yeah.
You know?
But I
Chewing
didn't want
the
to
scenery over there.
I didn't want to
True
give it to
Luke
him.
Cage.
I didn't want to soft pitch it to him.
Mhm.
I wanted to just kind of say it. So then they were like, "Oh, maybe that was an alien reference. Maybe he just said that."
Anyways. And we all know, if you'll listen to our Alien Quadrilogy podcast episode, how much I loved Bill Paxton in that movie. Loved him. Real
Why
quick
do we
aside,
keep
though. Real quick
stopping
aside. Hang on, just real
Applemon?
quick aside. Last night, I watched a movie. Really good movie, actually, called Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
You seen this?
I've
It's
seen
got
it
Jake
on-
Gyllenhaal in
I've
it.
seen that it's on Netflix.
It's a really good movie. Bill Paxton is in it. So I'm just saying.
Wow, mic drop.
Watch it.
Good one.
So, Ray. We cut to Ray, who's ticked off.
Well, okay,
Who's still training
but
with
let's.
Luke Skywalker.
I'm gonna mention this first because I love this. Every time they do the intro and then they start an episode, there's always that searching thing that pops up and it shows you right where they are. Like if
Yeah.
they're at the library and what time it is and stuff like that. It does this and then it says searching error and then it shows Ray. So we open up with Ray hanging out with Hackmon, and he actually found out about Weather Dramon's chip being stolen, and Hackmon pops up, and he actually has good news and bad news. Good news is he knows who he can Applifuse with to become a ultimate Appmon, right? Right, James?
Yes.
The bad news is it was somebody who kicked their ass when they first met. And the name of that Appmon is Dizipmon. Dizipmon. I'm going to go with
Oh, I was calling him Dezipmon.
Dizipmon.
But now I
Dezip.
see it.
Yeah, because he dezips.
I get it now.
I don't know
You're
why.
talking about
Unzip.
somebody that-
You'd think that it'd be unzip.
That
Anyway.
unzip zipped folders.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, the same Appmon that beat the shit out of both of them.
Mhm.
Cue backstory.
This is a great episode.
Yeah, no, it's
It's a good episode.
It's good stuff. We finally have a little more character depth in Ray instead of just running around being an edgelord all the
Right.
time.
So we cut flashback to before Hackmon.
Showed before Hackmon, after Hajime disappeared,
Yes.
and Ray is just searching and searching,
Working tirelessly.
checking security cameras. He goes at one point. He goes to a convenience store, and I don't know how.
This is the coolest
Yeah.
convenience store ever.
I don't know how like
it's
their
got a
technology
robot?
is this far advanced,
Yes.
but they have a robot cashier, which will get rid of a lot of jobs if you think about it.
Yeah, just at least 2 people at this table.
So
Wait, how would robot cashiers? take
Anyway,
away our
Oh, well, that's
you know
true.
he grabs his stuff,
Robot already does my job.
and I think was it the robot
Go ahead.
that says it? It pops up on the robot first.
Yeah, it's on his chest.
Yeah,
It's
and
on
it
his
says
chest
screen.
screen.
"Are you alone?"
Yes.
Like everything kind of shuts down, and then that pops up and says, "Are you alone?" And he's like, that doesn't happen all the time."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it goes away and the power comes back on. Whenever he gets back, he's dumping his bag of stuff out. And I guess that thing that he's always drinking, the pouch, is like energy drinks or
Dude,
something like that.
I want to try one.
He's literally drinking it every time we see him. He's got them all over
And then
the
he
place.
gets, later on, he gets Hackmon hooked on him, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. You see Hackmon drinking them. So he goes to dump his bag out, and an Apply drive falls out.
I never got nothing like that.
That
in my
happens,
convenience stores.
and then we go out of the flashback, and we see Astra and Dokomon over by that food stand next to the net ocean,
This was so
and they're
fun.
like really like looking at the food, like, "Oh my god, I'm so hungry."
This made me laugh so
and but then they use their willpower to not
hard.
stay.
We gotta
Mhm.
go find Mianuman, and then everybody's like, "Hey, good job,
Yeah.
good job, guys, you did it."
So we see that scene, and then we shoot back over to this backstory of Ray. I don't know why it was relevant, but whatever, it was
It's just kind
comical.
of like in Lost, you know. Kind of, they just kinda
Watch your
Spoiler
mouth.
alert.
Watch your mouth. First off, and now continue. What were we gonna say?
I was just like, how it's like the flashbacks always seem to come in at the oddest
Well, at
time.
least in Lost, they give you a hint that it's coming because they always have that that sound. It's like a, and then it goes into the flashback.
I know.
All right, so then we cut back to this backstory with
Yeah,
Ray.
we find out that he's been looking at in some shady places of the net.
Been hacking
Yeah.
his butt off.
Worse-
He's got multiple
worse
screens all over
than
the place,
porn.
and then all of a sudden, like, he starts getting
The dark
hacked,
web.
and like
Oh yeah,
the hacking is going down. Like,
I like how
there's almost no stopping it, and he's trying to control alt delete his way out of there, escape,
Control Alt Delete.
and then
Control Alt.
and then
He goes for the most obvious thing.
yeah, the power
Alt
cord.
F4.
Unplug the damn
Yeah,
thing.
right.
You can't even do it though.
Yeah, he can't take it out, and then all of a
Weak
sudden, like, it all powers down,
I gotta
right?
pull the battery out.
Cut the cable.
Well, the next thing probably would have been just destroy the computer, which actually kind of happens because
Leave
like
town.
it starts like electricity and all
Smoke
this
and
starts coming.
sparks flying. So anyway, at that point, I think Hackmon comes out of his phone,
Yeah, out of the computer.
and he tells him he
Out
should
the
think
spark
twice
computer.
before sneaking into the deep web, because that's where Ray was trying to hack. And then he basically tells him, like, Ray's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he tells him that he's his buddy, and he needs Ray's help to get to the Leviathan. We never really find out why Hackmon's trying to get to the Leviathan, right?
No,
But yeah,
maybe that's just what he does. He's a hacker.
Maybe
So-
we're gonna have a flashback, but then a flashback.
basically Hackmon needs
Awesome.
Ray because Ray would make Hackmon stronger by having
Yeah.
an Apple Drive. And Hackmon found an Appmon that could be the key to finding Leviathan.
Yep.
And that ends up being Dzipmon. Dzipmon.
Dzipmon.
And his ability is he reduces the size of large data files, such as videos or music, and restore them to their original size.
And he usually compresses himself.
He compresses and decompresses data, and he decompresses himself to go unnoticed. And then we shoot over to the AR field,
be great for espionage.
and the Apple Drive.
This
okay.
before
Before they go into
he
the
tells
AR
him
field,
you need to go into the AR field and
Yeah.
that the Apple Drive can do that,
Mhm.
and then it pops up the question:
is he
Are you alone?
Yes.
And
He
he
picks
hits
yes.
yes, and that makes Hackmon just
gives
go away. Yeah,
and just disappears.
yeah. So Ray ends up by himself finding Dzipmon by hacking the AR field. He gets his ass beat by him.
Yeah, he's literally getting beat up. By this
Dzipmon, and everything, like all of his attacks, he uses abbreviations. He makes them smaller.
Kind of like
So the first thing,
this,
So
um,
silly.
the first thing he does is UFF, and it's unfreeze first.
Fist.
Unfreeze fist. My bad. I have terrible handwriting. Let's see. Then it shows like what his stats are. It's a Dzipmon type system. He's super, and his ability is zip and unzip. Then he uses another move, and it's called AZ, and it's absorb zip. And he just basically opens up this like black hole, and he starts trying to absorb Ray into it. And at that point, Ray gets saved by Hackmon.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically just sends Ray packing. And then let's see.
He throws them both out of the AR field and back into his room,
Yeah,
which was
in
nice
his
of him.
room. Yeah, and then at that point, he sees a picture of Hajime, and Hackmon's basically trying to tell him like you can't do this on your own.
Yeah.
Then the question pops up on the Apple Drive again, and this time he hits that no, he's not alone.
And they become buddies.
And he becomes our fourth Apple driver, but he was probably an Apple driver before the other
Way
three.
before. It
he's-
had to have been before.
Maybe he's our first Apple
Yeah.
driver. Who knows at this point in the story?
Yeah, the timeline's a bit shady, but
So, we kind of get that beginning openings to Hackmon and Ray, and they're like, all right, well, You know what?
And Ray apparently
I
still
think
hasn't learned that lesson because
Well,
when he first meets Dawn.
I feel like, because, when Hackmon first tells Ray that Digimon is his combination Applisode partner, Ray kind of laughs. He's like, oh, okay, well...
I thought you had...
Yeah, I thought you had bad news.
Yeah.
He's like, we know where to find him. This is easy at this point. And they end up finding out that he has his island that he's from, the network that he's on, is zipped up and smaller, compressed. So at that point...
so now they need something to unzip the file.
WinRAR.
Yep. So they unzip the file, and they go and fight him, right? And he brings up Ragermon, or no, actually he just has him as
just
Hackmon, right?
Yeah.
So then Digimon goes to attack him, and every time he does his attacks, Hackmon hacks them and changes what they do. So the first one is DFF, which is the freeze fist, right?
DTF?
No. And Ray changes the wording of it and turns it into
DTF.
Udon Furikake fish burger. And so a bunch of food starts falling on him, and he's like, "What happened to my attack?" And then he does AZ, and I can't. What was AZ? It was like something zip, right?
Absorb zip.
So he goes to do his absorb zip, and
he double hacks.
Ray double hacks him and does it. Araiguma, which is raccoon, and Zo, which is elephant. So then he like just has these random animals, right? Like falling on him.
Yeah, they pop out of him instead of.
Yeah.
He's like, when did I?
In there.
Yeah.
So Hackmon hits him with a Vanquish Claw and beats him.
He triple hacks him.
Yeah, triple hacks him.
And then hits him with Vanquish Claw.
Yep. And then he tells them that their teamwork is greatly improved to be able to beat him with his just regular standard Appmon and everything. So at that point, he decides that he will join with them, and turns into an app chip, and then Ray aptly realizes Ragermon, and they fuse, and the thing that they fuse into is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It
Did they say his name in this one?
Revivemon.
Yeah, Revivemon. Okay.
And his ability is Restoration. His type is System. Power is 78,000, and his phrase is, "I can revive anything in the universe. I am Revivemon." And he's essentially this giant, like, black and metal dragon. He's got on his, like, a really long neck, and he's on his chest. He's got a giant mouth, and then he's got his head on top of his long neck, right?
It's normally where heads go.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got a mouth.
The mouth thing, though. The mouth thing
is on the chest,
that's...
and it's got these huge wings. And so then we flash back over to Munimon and Virusmon, hearing a scream, and she's like, I think Virusmon says something, and Munimon's, no, it's probably just your imagination. And then you see Haru in the distance, and he's like, we found you, damn it. And then that's where that episode ends.
And so the next episode
picks right up for
right
that
back.
Did you want to talk about Mortal Kombat or anything before this episode?
No, I did not.
Because I would hate to get into it, during the episode. Okay, so here we go. What's the name of the episode?
Episode 23, Take Back the 7 Code Appmon, Showdown Ultimate versus Ultimate.
Ultimate versus Ultimate. James.
Is it just one Ultimate versus one Ultimate?
Ultimate.
Or Ultimates versus Ultimates?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
We're going to find out in the episode.
Yes.
So, Munimon and Virusmon are running in the surface web, so we're flying through the ocean type area. They're trying to get away from all of the people who are, not far behind them. Munimon and Virusmon are trying to get to the dark web, so, they can get rid of this threat of the kids being able to find Leviathan and destroy Leviathan. They eventually stop. and Aries starts talking about how she's a really, really busy person. She doesn't have time for this kind of stuff. And then she starts looking at her calendar, and for some reason, she absolutely had this day for free.
Yeah. Today
like
is
there is nothing going on this day, and she's absolutely free.
Well, never mind. Then.
Yeah. Haru asks for the chip back, and she actually is just like, "Oh, your fierce desires has touched my my heart," and she'll give it back to him. And like they're like, "Oh, really?" And he's all happy about it. She's like, "Of course not. What are you, an idiot,
little boy?"
And then
Psych.
she runs and she sees an island, and it's like all covered in like virus and stuff. And it's the home for the Virusmon. And she's like talking to him, and she's like, "Hey, lure them there, and take them out, and you'll be like a general in the Leviathan's army."
I don't get this. What is she calls him a Atmon boss.
Yeah, you'll be an Atmon.
He'll make him
boss.
An Atmon boss.
Well, I guess that's technically what Coachmon was before, right?
I don't know. It says in the deep web. So and he gets so excited. So what is an Atmon boss?
Boss of Atmon.
So she goes to go invisible so she can go off the other way while he leads them there. But Haru's too smart for that at this point and is like, "No, we're not losing you again." So he aptly realizes Navimon, who shoots her with an arrow, which if you remember how that works, the arrow makes one of those little dotted lines going straight for him. It just pretty much tells the trajectory and path that they're taking. At this point, Virusmon goes to his island, and you see a whole another family of Virusmon, and they're all like equally as weird as Virusmon is, but they're all like, "Oh, Anarchy, you're so cool,
Yeah, man.
You're part of Leviathan."
Big bro.
And he's like talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna lure them here, and then we could all defeat them together." And they're talking, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Man, it sure has taken them a long time." And he kind of looks up, and they're not coming to his island at all. They're not even gonna visit because they're tracking Munimon. And she lures them to an area where there's a shooting game, right? And there's an Atmon called Shotmon. This dude is like Revolver incarnate.
Yeah.
Like you see Revolvemon, who is an actual gun. This dude is an actual gun plus like 30 other guns all over his body.
Nice.
He is a is he a standard Atmon or is he a super Atmon?
He's gotta be.
I don't remember. I think he was a standard. But his ability is shooting, and he's just kind of like
If you weren't sure,
Never.
I
thought it was.
he's just kind of shooting, and he's like talking about how he was getting bored shooting the same things and getting the same perfect scores every single time. And there's targets all over the place.
Yeah.
And he just kind of starts shooting at them, and he's like, "Oh hell yeah, this is going great." And Haru tells everyone else, he's like, "Hey, listen, go after Munimon. Gachmon and I will distract Shotmon." And so they basically go on off after Munimon. At that point, Haru aptly realizes he gets this idea. And he aptly realizes Puzzlemon, which if you don't remember is like Messimon from the very first episode. They're just like those little puzzle balls that fall, and they start falling all around him, and he's like shooting them, and
boy, he's having a blast too, taking these his balls out.
Shoot your balls.
And actually, at that point, we
Haru
see
and Gashmon tiptoe past
yeah.
Shotmon.
But then we see Munimon, and we see a shadowy shadow figure, right?
Yeah, I don't get
Shadowy
this.
mixed
I'm
shadow.
still
Yeah.
confused about this.
Yeah. So basically, the shadowy shadow person app fuses Munimon, and I don't know if you guys remember Sakusimon, who was the wasn't he like a he was a game, right? Like a puzzle type game or a strategy type game.
Wait a minute, is this the
that
guy?
was kind of like chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was always making haikus.
Yeah.
So he app fuses them and turns Munimon into an ultimate Atmon, and she basically attacks them. I don't think
The others-
Yeah, it didn't give a name yet. So, but what she looks like is she's just pretty dope. Like she's got she's humanoid looking, of course female, and then she
You say, of course. Like she's got like big bazongas or something.
Well, sir,
She does.
she's got these crazy hands, right? Like her arms.
Let me see.
she's in all pink.
Oh,
She gets a lot taller,
uh-huh.
and she's got like this giant witch hat, and it has teeth all over it, and then
Yeah.
she's got these giant arms
Claws.
with claws on the ends of them, and it's weird because it's like she's wearing these giant gloves,
yeah.
and you see her little hands, but the gloves keep going. Like her hands are where the wrists are, and then it has a bigger hand that extends out with giant claws on
her
it.
cape kind of has claws.
Yeah, there's claws
And
and
her-
teeth literally everywhere,
everywhere.
on this woman. So
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
she's just pretty insane looking. So I think at that point she goes to
The others start to evolve.
yeah, they start to change, and then she goes
She
to
sends out these hands.
Yeah.
Brawl even has
And then
of course they have
Dokemon and Musamon start
teeth on it.
to attack the hands. To
Mhm.
try to take the hands out.
Gotta get them hands. Show
and
me
I think
them
they get
hands.
hit by the
And-
hands, don't they?
Well, something happens, or just touching the hands, I guess, does something. Because it
Mm-hmm.
didn't look like they got hit; they just did the hitting. But these
Just
little
contact.
threads connect to them.
yeah,
from the hands.
You start seeing these little threads.
This is when it says that she's Warudamon,
yeah, Warudamon.
an ultimate Atmon with strategic ability.
So does she have the 60 seconds?
Yeah, that's when Gachmon
Doesn't
and
show
Haru ended up showing up, and they did the search on her. And her ability is strategy, type is system, and grade, of course, is ultimate. She ends up being able to control Dokemon and Musamon to attack Gachmon, which he just barely evades their attacks and everything. They have no control over themselves, but they can still talk and think and everything.
So it's like true.
Musamon
puppetism.
snatches
word.
Gachmon up
Yeah,
from behind,
he grabs him,
and Dokemon just starts
wailing
whooping
on
him up.
Yep, just destroying him.
And
He
at this point, though, Haru and Gachmon have this really weird, telepathic conversation. Do you remember this?
barely,
where Gachmon's
vaguely-
like,
oh
yeah. I need to evolve to ultimate, and Haru's like, no, we can't because we don't want to risk hurting
Do it.
Dokemon and Musamon. But it's
Good.
like
Fuck 'em.
everything goes
Revive
black, and all you
later.
see is Gachmon and Haru silhouetted in white. It's really weird. I don't know
Yeah.
why it was.
Well, as
gonna
the
digifuse.
bonds
I
increase.
guess.
So Gachmon actually stops him with a headbutt. Dokemon with a headbutt, right? He stops Dokemon with his head and asks Haru if he should
perfect weapon.
arise to go Globemon. Haru doesn't want him hurting the others. Ares talking about how it's not fair, and Warudamon is saying that it's a compliment, and she's trying to make them attack their partners at this point. Like she's got both of them, and they're going towards.
They're slowly inching towards Gachmon.
So it's getting really, things are getting really, really dire and dark real quick.
Musamon and Dokemon.
Then they hear something.
Well, if they tell Gachmon, evolve to Globemon so that you can take us down.
Right. At that point, Ray and Hackmon show up, and Ray applirizes Revivemon and shoots him. Right. He just blasts them, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing? Don't do
Wonder
this."
Genesis.
Yes. And
You can revive the
he
world.
says, "I restore even the withered cosmos." He fires a beam out of his body, out of that chest mouth thing that
I
he
thought it was
has.
gonna be out of his butt.
Nope.
And yeah, it's called Wonder Genesis that hits the Atmon, and it heals all of them and frees them from Warudamon's control. And Warudamon's like, "Oh no, fuck this! They're playing with Ultimate Atmon.
You're Ultimate too?"
The field is leveled.
Now, are they
I better
really
get up
using
outta
this
here.
Language that you're using.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Nice.
So she goes to run away. They start chasing after her. She's getting close to the door for the deep web. We can see it. And then all of a sudden, Revivemon flies by her. And this dude is a beast. Like, he's huge. She ends up doing a move.
Satan
Satan Munt.
Munt.
would transforms her into this giant pink gross thing with teeth.
Yep.
That's exactly what I wrote verbatim. It actually fits her personality a lot better. At which point we see Globemon.
Sorry.
Haru has aptly realized
Globemon shows up, attacks with
and
glance
hits her
gazer.
with a glance gazer. Ojimon pops up, fires off Golden Fang, and Intermon fires off Porte Melos. Revivemon fires off Server Straw?
Saber Straw.
And then there's
Server
Arthur.
Straw. She just gets fucking decimated
Then they get the
by the
chip
giant
back.
explosion, and Weathermon's chip flies to Haru. They make it to the giant iron door of the deep web, which has the 7 codes engraved onto it. You see all the 7 codes Atmon, and they're all like in this, like you see them on the door. It's really cool. Which, you think about it now, if they knew where the deep web door was, they could literally go to it and be like, oh, hey, there's all the 7 codes Atmon. I guess we can just find them now. And then Ray could have like looked them all up, and they could have found them one at a time.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
I mean,
Where's the
if
fun in that though?
if it were me, I would have started to where we would have ended up, and went straight to the door and been like, all right, this is where we got to go at this point.
You didn't know the
right?
door was there.
Somebody had to. Hackmon could have looked it up. So they finally put the Weatherdramon chip in, but the episode ends right there.
Find out next time.
Yep. So
What happens when they open that door? The end game is
we're,
upon us.
next we're going to have to do notes on them episodes.
Dim ones.
Yep.
Dim Dantemon episodes.
Oh.
Damn nuts.
I don't know if Dantemon's going to get aptly realized. Have you guys watched any of the episodes beyond those?
They haven't watched any of the episodes that we've talked about.
Okay. I mean, do you want to do the thing where we give them the name of the next episodes?
Yes.
Those were some good episodes. I love how they were all connected. We should have just continued it. We should have got to the end of that story, that little arc right there, and then we should have ended it. I mean, it would have been like a 3-hour episode, but I think it would have been pretty worth it. Pretty good stuff. Love Revivemon. Revivemon's good stuff. Good guy. What you got, James?
All right, so we're going to episode 24.
Yes.
So what we're going to do here is I'm going to give these two guys who have not seen past this point.
Yeah, if this is your first time listening to our podcast, we do this occasionally.
Yeah, we need to. All right, so these two guys, Jerry and I have watched up through like 30s, into the 30s.
Yeah.
We haven't caught up. We're not caught up, but so we know what's going to happen, but these two don't. So I'm going to give them the name of the title of the episode.
Things happen.
And then we're going to see if they can
No,
sort
they're
of
going
guess.
to open the door.
Just sort of guess what's going to happen. So,
Right.
24 is titled Colossal Cometmon Strike. Open the door, Dantemon.
So it seems like Dantemon's going to appear, and it seems like this door has more security than just the 7 codes.
Okay.
Or there's another door.
There's a door in the door.
Well, hold on. They're just at the deep web. They still gotta go to the dark web to get to Leviathan. So there's a whole nother level they gotta get to. So maybe Dantemon is the key to opening the door to the deep web or to the dark web.
So that they could get their megas.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Episode 25. Finally, infiltration of the deep web. The mysterious Cyber Kowloon.
I don't know what a Kowloon is.
I don't
But
know
it
what
seems
Kowloon
like
is.
we're getting closer and closer to the confrontation with Leviathan. If they're in the deep web, if they finally get inside. I
Okay.
just don't know what a cyber Kowloon is. It doesn't sound pretty though. It sounds like they're about to run a gauntlet, is what it sounds like.
26 is actually a useless episode, which we'll probably skip it because it's just a recap episode. It's called I'm a Protagonist, The Meeting with Gatchmon. It's just a recap episode.
So it's a clip show, basically? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But this is the episode where they give the new theme
Opening
song
and
or
spoils
not
so
theme song,
many
but opening.
things.
And spoils like a really big thing,
Yeah.
which they could have waited just...
So we're skipping 26, so the third
Maybe
episode,
2 more
we're
episodes.
They could have waited till 28. because in 27 they reveal this spoiler, so that 28 should have been the new opening. It's just so silly.
Well, the Japanese aren't as
Yeah, they don't give a crap
affected
about spoilers.
like we are, or like you are.
Yeah, me especially.
All right.
27 is titled Goninme no Aporidorevio. I don't know how you say that crap.
It's in. We're
right, so-
switching to Telemundo Televisión for this episode.
Wow.
That'd be
Why
cool.
is it in Spanish? You're not going to tell them the name of that episode?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess I could.
You were
Well,
still
since we're going to
supposed
skip 26, we're going to
Yeah.
go straight to 27.
That's
the next
cool.
one's called, should I tell him?
Go for it.
Because it's real spoilery.
I don't care.
Do
The
it.
fifth Appla driver.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you know what's going to happen in that one?
This is when Haru's friend becomes an Applet driver.
Whoa!
Dude, wait, man. Ho!
I was just about to say that too.
Were you really?
No, I just couldn't think of his name.
All right. So anyway, James, why don't you tell the lovely people where they can find us?
Find us on
and we'll wrap
Podbean,
this up.
Talkin' Nerdy.
And then after
Also
we
at
wrap this up,
YouTube
we
at
can
Talkin'
just-
Nerdy. Can I do this? Or?
Yeah, go for it.
So Podbean, to get to the podcast, there's 3 ways you can listen to the podcast. You can go to Podbean, subscribe to our channel there,
Okay,
listen to
sounds
it
good.
there.
Sounds easy enough.
Subscribe to us on iTunes,
Mhm.
listen to us there. Or go to YouTube, and these are videos also
What's
that you
YouTube?
can...
Talking nerdy.
That's going to take a while. YouTube is just a collection of videos that people put up that
It's
you
a
can watch.
video.
You can also like us on Facebook at Talker815 at Facebook.com. And if you have anything you want to talk to us about regarding this show, watching Nerdy, just the Talker Nerdy channel, because we do games and stuff like that over there.
Kevin is currently putting up
you
a
can,
Let's Play of,
email us.
Of,
Right.
Samurai Hill.
What's our email?
On the
Talker815 at gmail.com.
Have we ever gotten
okay,
any emails?
cool.
No.
Wow, no
Yeah,
emails.
No emails.
Well, how about that?
People don't email.
That's a shame.
I don't email.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm also gonna,
Except for
re-mention
work-related
checking
emails.
out my friend Sarah's art blog on Tumblr. Again, that's Artist Life, and it's art-ist-life on Tumblr. Yeah, go check it out. She's got some pretty cool shit over there. I think that's all we have for this week. For this episode.
Yep.
We're about to record another episode, just so you guys know.
Yep.
We got to
so-
figure out a way for you people to pay us too.
You people.
Yeah.
Racist.
You carbon-based life forms.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, most people would probably set up a Patreon or something. And
We
then-
can sell pictures of me in skimpy cosplay outfits. It'll work.
Yeah. Pay top dollar for that.
I will.
As
I've
always
been wanting.
said,
I've
though-
really been wanting to do a very skimpy Frodo Baggins cosplay.
Oh, don't.
Ever since I saw like Lord of the
How
Rings.
do you make that
don't,
skimpy?
don't ruin
No.
my all-time favorite
talking
movie,
about his
book,
Fine,
Fine.
franchise.
You know what?
Lord of the
Fine.
G-strings?
All right. I will do a really skimpy Draco Malfoy then for you guys. It'll be
How do
great.
you make that skimpy?
You'll
From
That's
Harry
easy.
Potter
That's
and the
easy.
Sorcerer's
You'll-
Bone?
you'll find out, son.
Doing a Harry Potter thing would be kind of easy.
Yeah, I think so. I'd do assless chaps for sure, no matter what.
Alrighty. Well, everybody, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.